Southeast Ohio, getting ready to go do a little bit of work on the Habitat Oasis project. If you're not familiar with our channel and the things that we do, we hunt, we fish, we trap, we do habitat management. We've got a conservation project, that's what we call the Habitat Oasis project, where we're restoring our property from what was previously a strip mine and is full of invasive species to native habitat that benefits wildlife. We've won a number of awards for the projects that we're doing, so check that out. We also have 3 John Deere tractors. We have Polaris side-by-sides, we have a Wood-Mizer sawmill, we have a pond that we maintain, we have 170 acres and 2 cabins. We've always got something going on here in Southeast Ohio. So if those are things that interest you, check out other videos. Today what I'm going to do, if you've been paying attention to the channel, about a month ago we got a new attachment for the tractor. And it seems like once you get a tractor, that's a fairly common occurrence to get new attachments. So Josh picked up a cold roll industrial stump bucket. One of the projects we're working on back on the Habitat Oasis project is removing invasive autumn olive. And we did a video, geez, it's been over a year now, a year ago now, that we're removing autumn olive, and we've got a couple different ways to do it. One is with chainsaw. And let me tell you, with the amount we've got back there, that is a stinking job that will wear you out. I was doing that and killing myself. Josh went back there with the 2032R and he started bumping them around a little bit with the front end loader and found that he could pop them out of the ground, you know, fairly easily with the front end loader. So he started doing that. I've never tried it with the 1025R. When I look at it, it's just not a very big tractor. I'm not sure it's got enough oomph in it, and I don't want to tear it up. But the 4052R, which is our biggest tractor, it'll pop them out pretty good. So that was one of the ways. So chainsaw, tractor, and then we were, what was the other way? I think we were cutting them and spraying the stumps with glyphosate. So still using the chainsaw, but a couple different ways there of actually killing them. So what Josh did was he picked up a stump bucket. He thought, you know, the root system on the autumn olive is pretty shallow. So he found this from Cold Roll Industrial, picked it up. It was pretty cost effective. I have to look up the price and post it. I think it was $600 or $800, something like that. But he demonstrated using it with the 2032R and had some great success. The one we purchased is designed to fit the 1025R and the 2032R. They said that it is not designed for the 4052R, and I believe it was more about, oh shoot, I can't think of the issue with it. I think it was more about the force and you know, potentially damaging it because of the hydraulics and the power with the 4052R, just kind of getting in, overdoing it with it. So they've got a heavier duty one for the 4052R. So anyway, I'm going to head out and do that and take you along, so that I see a lot of people ask about stump buckets. Take you along, show you how it works with the 1025R. My biggest concern is that this thing just doesn't have enough weight to it and enough rear end to pop these things out. So I'm going to add an attachment to the back so that I've got some weight. I'm going to go get the tiller. It's probably my heaviest attachment that's compact. The brush hog's good, pretty big, but it's not as compact, so we'll get all that weight right behind it. So I'm going to go get that, then we'll hook up the stump bucket and head out and see how this goes. So come along and let's check it out. All right, bucket's off. Tiller is on, so we've got a little bit of ballast. Stump bucket's on. It's time to head back the hill and just see how this thing does. I'm looking forward to testing it out. Josh had great luck with it. We'll see what the 1025R can do. I'll tell you, as I was digging, I wasn't sure I was really making good progress there. But I think what the stump bucket did a good job of was breaking up some of the roots around the outside so that when I put a little pressure on it and pushed it, it was able to pop it out. So all in all, I'm pretty impressed with that. My initial reaction was, I'm not sure I'm making much progress. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to spin this camera around and we're going to hit another one and see what happens, because that took less than 5 minutes. I think there is a learning curve to this. You got to figure out the angles. It's kind of hard to see the bucket, but I like that. So let's spin this camera and we're going to try another one. Okay, so my final assessment of the cold roll industrial stump bucket on the 1025R. Overall, again, this is the first time I've used it. I felt like it did a pretty good job. I would not want to tackle a really big stump with it, but you know what? I've seen people with the backhoe tackle some huge stumps and spend hours digging out big stumps. So maybe I'm a little impatient and I need to be prepared to work the stump bucket a little more around each of these. I am pleased with how it took these out. I am pleased with the quality of the stump bucket. It is well made. It's a nice piece of equipment. It does connect to both the 2032R and the 1025R. I believe a stump bucket designed for the 4052R would really pop these things out when you had the weight and the power. This thing weighs what, 1,700 pounds? The 4052R weighs 3,500 pounds. That's a lot more weight behind the tractor and behind that bucket to pop things out. So for the 1025R, and knowing how people use it, you're trying to dig out a big oak stump, don't waste your time. I don't think this is the right tool. If you are digging out smaller trees, I would say, you know, things, I don't know, 12 inches in diameter maybe, something like this, I'd give this a try. I think it's probably a good tool and probably save you some physical labor. You just have to be patient and work your way around that stump. So all in all, I think it's pretty good. I hope this was helpful to you. I hope you enjoyed watching. Please hit the like button, share our channel with your friends, and subscribe so you know when our next videos come out. And as I mentioned at the beginning, if you haven't seen the other things we do, check out our channel. We do all kinds of stuff. We like to say outdoors is always in season. And here it is, July. Outdoors is definitely in season now. I'm going to finish up a few things, go spend some time floating on the pond. So.